To talk to us on the appointment of Eric CHELLE as the new Super Eagles head coach, we have with us Kunle Soloja, the Vice President, Extra Time Communications and Publisher of Sports Village Square. Thank you, Kunle, for joining us.
Yeah, good evening.
Good
I'm
evening.
pleased to be with you again.
Okay, so first things first, I would like to ask, do you think the appointment of Eric CHELLE as the new head coach comes as a surprise too? Because I know a lot of people have had mixed reaction about the appointment since earlier this morning it was made. But do you think it comes as a surprise to have Eric CHELLE as the new head coach of the Super Eagles?
Yeah, well, I would say yes. It came to me as a surprise, and at the same time, I wish one has been expecting a foreign technical advisor or manager for the national team, the Nigeria Super Eagles. And I followed the trend of the criticism that the new man, the Sadio, and mainly against him is the fact that the fellow and is the first Northern African manager national team. I think that's just the of him against his appointment. And personally, I don't know with that. I think football in the modern age has transcended ego. I mean, or trying to think football in a place is more superior than the other. I would also forget that even a Nigerian has been the national coach of Mali. That was Stephen Keshi. He has been there before. And now, if you have a coach who people nationality who could be regarded maybe mainly as a Malian, but primarily a Frenchman and was born in Cote d'Ivoire, which means he could have been a national of either Cote d'Ivoire, Mali, or France. So why be interested in the man is deliverables. What can he deliver? And I've always been an apostle of people who say that don't judge a book by the cover. Don't judge him because he's a fellow black like you and I. Don't judge us from Mali. And don't also forget that in a relatively unknown team, you are also quite last year. Two. So, which means he has something to deliver. That's my own take about it. Also, you don't judge him until at least we see what he has. If you go to for research now, Emma who is the national team coach now, was really understand, and nobody took any chance of doing any with Cote d'Ivoire. As a matter of fact, when his principal was started, they were looking for it. It was the inability of to get an mentality make Cote d'Ivoire just take with him. And and now he's a national hero in Cote d'Ivoire. So if given chance, I still believe that Chile can also be a hero here if we give him our cooperation and allow him to settle down.
Okay, looking at the quality of players that the Super Eagles have, we have, of course, the likes of Victor Osimhen, who was African Player of the Year. We also have Lukman Ademola, who also recently became the African Player of the Year. How do you think he's going to be able to, coach these players? Because they have quality players and they're big players, not just in the national team, but also in their clubs. How well do you think is going to be able to coach these players to get the desired results?
Well, that also leads us to the huge problem we have in the national team. And it also has to do with our own mentality, where we see every white man as being superior to black in all spheres of life. We see most white men in Nigeria here who are looked at are just mere peasants in their own, but their skin appears to give them the edge. And the idea we weigh ourselves from social thinking or a low level thinking, the better for us. It's been said over that our footballers here don't respect any coach that shares the same color with them. I want to believe that the new man will want to stand in black. You don't fit it into his program, and if you feel you cannot play on the better for you to just chip out. So it's an advice to the players that they should give him the cooperation.
All right, so the NFF is supposed to unveil Eric Chell on Sunday, and of course, with his appointment, is expected to take effect immediately. However, when you look at that contract, the NFF has not come out to especially give us the details of the contract, but with reports saying that is expected to earn about $50,000, equivalent to about 85 million naira monthly. Don't you think that that financial implication itself is going to strain the NFF over time, or you think it's something they're able to maintain, with the expectations that is put on him?
Well, just like you said earlier, nobody is free. The contract, the price issued by the NFF did not state the terms of the contract and the amount involved. We want to go with that figure of dollars. I think that was the same amount zero. Zero can earn $50,000. Why not a Nigerian coach also earn it the same thing? Why not a coach earn it the same thing? So we should not look at the color of me how much that coach deserves. So I believe whatever amount they have given, I'm not aware of the amount, but if he agrees to that, and I want to also believe that the NS have also done their homework well. You know how to source for the fund and ensure that that coach is paid and is never. I don't know why here in Nigeria we always have problems paying coaches, but allowances and other things meant for those who are not direct, involved with the national team. We hardly hear whether any problem issues. Yes. It now depends on how we prioritize financial situation. Because to me, the national coach ought to be paid, and we have to determine what kind of contract we sign with the coach. Are we going to get another shop who will just breeze in and have an assignment, and then we go out doing other things and be earning $50,000 monthly? Or we are looking for a coach in the world of Otto Gloria, in the world of Clemens West, who will be domiciled in Nigeria and will be also going to matches, going to our league matches, and also having scouts who will help him to look out for stars, whether latent or the ones that are already established, so that we'll be able. I remember having an interview with Western Hawk last year. He said he was domiciled here and he knew that the bulk of his players were abroad. But he was coming to also a national team. Yeah, that was prior to the era of Chan, which has not allowed us to raise domestic national team. So, with a thinking coach like that, who go into the nooks and corners of area to unearth new players, they also blossom into stars, and they also be transferred and return to Nigeria to add value to our national team. Chan is coming now, but most Nigerians are optimistic about the deliverable, whether we will do well. This we have qualified. We are therefore in contention for the title. And we know Chan is also a way of measuring the the efficacy of our domestic league. If we don't do well in CHAN, Federation Cup, we don't do well in Champions League, it's also speak volume about our domestic league.
Okay, thank you for staying with us here on Afrosport Now in Focus. Now we are still talking about the newly appointed head coach Eric Schell, who is supposed to take on the mantle of coaching the Super Eagles. Now showing on the screen is going to be the results or the record of the new appointment of Eric Schell, and so far we can see that he has won. Yes, for as a manager with MC Oran, he played a total of 11 matches, won 4, drawn 2, and lost 5. With SC Consolat, he managed about 30 games, won 16, drawn 6, and lost 8. That is 60% games that he has won, 40 draws and 41 losses, a 45.27% winning record. Now we still have Kunle talking to us on the appointment. Kule, thank you for staying with us. Looking at that record now, how well do you think is going to improve the players? Because one of the expectation of this appointment is to ensure that the team qualifies for the World Cup. And you look at the graphics here, seeing that he has a 45.27% win percentage. Do you think it's possible for him to not just improve the team, but also ensure that they get results and, of course, qualify for the World Cup?
It depends on the atmosphere for footballers. You discover that some will lose in certain places and they move to other areas. The form appears to dip, and when they move into another location, they may just also pick up. So the same thing with coaching. So it depends on the player created for him. If he's given a free hand to handle the team, if there are no interference, it gets the cooperation of the players. And players are not to look superior to the coach, just as we have in the national team of Nigeria now, where a can come actually and lie too on the social media to lambast the coach. If we are able to take, if the NFL will be courageous enough to take care of such a situation, I think the new coach will do well if he's given the. But where players are made, I mean, where the NFL beat down coach and the players also the ears of the NFL board or the NFL president, then the coach to bring the best coach in the world today or any in the world under that foul level, that coach will not blossom with because appointment will become a political appointment. In politics, nothing is possible.
We had the likes of Gennett Raw and Joseph Pesero, who, for one, Joseph Pesero especially got the team to, to the final of the 2024 AFCON. Now, the team, as you earlier alluded to, they're supposed to also play in the CHAN 2024 tournament, which starts next month. But they also have to then look forward to not just getting to the final of the AFCON, which is supposed to also take place this year, but winning the tournament. Do you think he can get the team not just getting to the final, but ensuring that they win that title also?
Well, the has not come out clearly. There's been speculations that the new man will take care of the child issues. And that's where I talk about a situation that is already found. When giving out information, you must be clear. The new man, CHELLE, the national manager? Is he also to do as the manager of the? Will that not also team at the moment? Team is something under accommodate on leadership. So how do you expect the players to react to a new manager? It could also just be with the squad, but not necessarily as the manager. He could just be there to advise coaches can, and if things are getting out of hand, he can then step in assist. But ab initio, they should just allow the team now.
Anyways, that's
So
the much. Okay.
take us to final of CHAN may not be very, very, I mean, to me, will not be, except the NFL comes out now to tell us the job description of the. If you don't give a job description, that would be that will be overlapping, and that will not be too good for our football.
All right, thank you so much, Kunle Solaja, for joining us on the show today. He's the Vice President of Extra Time Communications and Publisher of Sports Village Square. Thank you for joining us, Kunle.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being with you.
Thank you. Well, that's the much we can take on Afrosport now in focus. Of course, we will wish the newly appointed head coach Eric CHELLE all the best. And that's the much we can take on the show for today. My name remains Faintola Babadi, and don't forget you can follow us on all our social media handles at Afrosport TV or watch us live at afrosportlive.com.ng. Once again, my name remains Faintola Babadi, and bye for now.